Welcome to episode 252 of Build Your House Yourself University by BYHYU. I'm your host and fellow student, Michelle Nelson, and together we'll learn the basics of home design and construction and demystify the building process so we can make smart design decisions and build quality dream homes with or without a general contractor. The High Point Market is the largest furniture trade show for design professionals in the world. Twice a year, more than 75,000 designers, furniture buyers, furniture store owners, and architects go to High Point, North Carolina to see what's trending in furnishings. Unfortunately, this show is not open for the general public, but many designers report what they see each year at High Point. If you didn't know, North Carolina is known as the furniture-making capital of the United States and one of the largest in the world. It's where most quality furniture manufactured in America is made. In today's episode, we'll go over some of the most popular design trends spotted at the recent Spring 2022 High Point Market. The information in this show comes from a couple of articles at house.com. Most of the design features have been around for 2 to 3 years or so and are still trending. Others are emerging trends. As we go through the list, remember, you don't have to incorporate all of these or, frankly, any of these features into your new house. But it's always nice to stay on top of what's currently in style. Before we get into the list, let me quickly shout out Jill Ann and Southern MD Doc. Thank you so much for your kind words that you put into your 5-star Apple Podcasts reviews. Those reviews are super helpful in encouraging potential listeners and encouraging me, and to give those listeners a reason to take a listen to the show and give it a try. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that. All right, let's get into that list of trends from the High Point Market of Spring 2022. Number 1, a warm color palette. Warm, cozy hues of tans and browns continue to be big in design. Cognac, warm taupes, and butterscotch were especially popular, edging out cool grays and stark whites that dominated decors just a couple of years ago. Grays and whites are still found, but they don't monopolize showrooms like they did just a couple of years ago. And current grays and whites are now warm with tan instead of bluish undertones. Number 2, circles and curves. Rounded silhouettes became popular a few seasons ago. They give a more relaxed, sometimes whimsical feeling to a space that will help balance all the seriousness that we've encountered during the pandemic. Not only do sofas and chairs include more curves, but so do lighting fixtures in the form of scalloped shades and arched shapes. Number 3, nature-inspired design. Organic shapes and earthier warm colors, like I just talked about, are examples of nature-inspired features that were seen all over High Point Market this spring. Nature-inspired design is sometimes called biophilic design, and it's where natural elements are brought into the indoor environments to give us a greater connection to nature. Other biophilic design elements seen at High Point were leaves and floral patterns on upholstery, wallpaper, art, and accessories. Even lighting fixtures included things like sculpted leaves and flowers. Number 4, sustainability. Interest in sustainable products has been a thing for many, many years now. Furniture made of fast-growing bamboo and recycled plastics and vegan leather were spotted all over High Point. Number 5, wicker and wovens. This is another natural element that's been around for a few seasons now and remains popular. Wicker, rattan, caning, and other woven textures are popular in furniture and lighting. They're sometimes painted or mixed with other materials to give them a fresh look for spring 2022. Number 6, stone and crystals. Natural stone like marble and limestone, stone like plaster, and natural quartz like crystals had a strong presence at High Point. Here's that nature theme again. Stone side tables and natural crystal lighting fixtures made several appearances at High Point. Number 7, 3-dimensional designs. 3D patterns, which were slightly raised or dramatically elevated, were spotted in wall coverings, artwork, and tiles. Not every surface was raised, but 3D patterns were scattered among smooth surfaces to add interest and contrast. Number 8, blonde woods. There was a general shift toward lighter woods across furniture styles. From dining tables to bookcases to counter stools, blonde woods were readily seen. Now, medium tone and darker woods were also present, but lighter blonde woods were more prominent this spring than before. Number 9, 70s sensibility. Some of the trends that we've already covered on our list today are a nod to the 70s, from the warm brown hues to woven wicker furniture. Now, don't worry, there weren't many exact replicas of 70s furniture, but several pieces had a subtle 70s vibe. Large globe lighting fixtures, made popular in the 70s, made a resurgence several years ago, and they're still very popular this spring. Number 10, Art Deco. Another era that was represented at High Point Market was the 20s and 30s. Art Deco designs made popular during the 20s and 30s were found in velvet furniture, arches and scallop details, and brass elements. It doesn't seem like brass is going anywhere anytime soon. Number 11, traditional style. Although clean lines are still around, furniture designers are mixing in traditional elements like rounded turned feet on tables and chairs, curved rolled arms on chairs, and fringe. There's increasing interest in adding antiques into spaces alongside more modern styles. Number 12, pops of color. Deep colors like blackberry and smoky blue were paired with vibrant shades like coral. Shades of purple, especially mauve, plus vibrant blues and greens are also being used in furnishings. So this trend of deep and vibrant colors, along with the trend that we talked about earlier of earthy, warm colors, lets me know that just about any color palette goes. If you like neutrals, warm them up. If you like color, add in deep colors or bright colors. The bottom line is, do what you like. Number 13, inside-out fabrics. Indoor furniture was sometimes covered with outdoor fabrics, which are resistant to stains, fading, and mildew. Outdoor and performance fabrics on upholstered furniture are especially helpful for spaces where small children and pets will hang out. Number 14, multifunctional furniture. There were coffee tables and consoles that transform into desks, modular sofas that can be configured for everyday living or special events like dinner parties, and then ottomans that can be used for extra seating. Multifunctional furniture is another trend that became more popular as a result of the pandemic, when people were working from home and living in spaces in ways they hadn't before. Number 15, oversized lighting fixtures. Large lighting fixtures have been around for a while now. Slimmer linear pendants and slim bar lights are popular too, but classic designs in extra large sizes add a fresh take to familiar styles. Think oversized lanterns and giant dome pendants. Number 16, mixed materials and metals. Matte or antiqued brass and gold plus black continue to be the dominant metal tones in both traditional and contemporary lighting designs. And this season, many lighting fixtures paired brass and or black with other materials and textures for an updated look. Fixtures might combine metals, marble, wood, and or glass or acrylic. And number 17, leather accents. Part of the mixed materials and brown color trends is the addition of leather accents. Leather accents were found in lighting fixtures, on upholstered chairs, and on wood furniture pieces as leather pulls that functioned to open drawers. So those were some of the design features seen in the spring 2022 High Point Market. Take a look at the show notes to see some examples of some of these trends. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me. Come back next time for another episode of Build Your House Yourself University by BYHYU.
Please remember that the purpose of this podcast is simply to educate and inform. It's not a substitute for professional advice. The information that you hear is based only on the opinions, research, and experiences of my guests and myself. That information might be incomplete, it's subject to change, and it may not apply to your project. In addition, building codes and requirements vary from region to region, so always consult a professional about specific recommendations for your home.